Kia ora, good evening. This is Mary Joseph coming live from Hamilton. I'm a licensed immigration advisor with HAV Services. This is the Hamilton office, the only office here in New Zealand at the moment. We are a New Zealand-based company, and we provide Asian and migration services to people who are keen and interested to migrate to New Zealand. So sorry for the commotion when we got started. We silenced all our phones, we silenced ourselves, and we decided, but the landline decided to ring. Yeah, we'll get started. So, as I said, we provide immigration advice and education advice to all those migrants who are interested to look for a pathway to New Zealand. And I'm a licensed immigration advisor. I'm supposed to have a license before giving you immigration advice. And this is my license card, as you can see. So my license number is 20181050. You can go up on the Immigration Advisors Authority website, which is basically the governing body for us immigration advisors. You can go up and check regarding my license. Yeah. So yeah, it is due to kind of expire next month, but I will get it renewed before that. Yeah. So brilliant. So I'm sorry if some of disappointed, because this is the day that and he was supposed to come live today. However, he seems to be down with a bad throat, and because of which I'm coming online live today. And in fact, he actually switched and he took my place last Wednesday. So yeah, so we're even. So we are here. I'm here today to help you with whatever advice you require. Some ground rules for the session. Number one, HAV students, start with saying you're an HAV client. State your advisor's details. That'll be great. And people who are not an HAV client and would like to work with us, I will need your contact information in order to provide any kind of an advice that you would need. Yeah. So without that, I'm sorry, I may not encourage your inquiry, and we'll just skip it and move away. Okay. So great progress has been there with regards to visas. There's definite progress happening with partnership visas. There's definite progress happening with student visas. The speed is faster now. I think the applications are coming through in about 3 months on an average. Of course, if you're going to a university, the chances of the applications being processed faster are there. However, our student visas also are doing well. However, I must caution a lot of you who are looking at the February intake. You must say, hey, you know what? It's February. They're taking about 3 months. I'm going to take it easy, and or say March, and you might not apply till December. If you apply after December, there's a good chance you will be delayed for the intake. Remember, this is what happened last year as well. People who applied prior to December all got their visas on time because they were before the rush. Post December, because of the break, because of the Christmas break, there's a huge backlog, and then it is difficult for INZ to catch up. Yeah, and if you get stuck in that lot, trust me, it's going to be very, very difficult by end of November or the first to second week of December for the February intake to have a fair chance to make it. Anything after that, it depends on how busy immigration New Zealand is going to get. With regards to this, please, again, the other thing is, please be aware of the fact, be mindful of the fact that the visa might not come in on time. The student has to travel alone, and the partners will follow. I mean, one thing that we have seen over these past years is partnership visas. We have not lost any, and we do a thorough process. We do a thorough assessment prior to applying for the student itself, so that there's no separation in terms of the student coming here and the partner is stuck in India, and the children also stuck there. So we have not had that issues, is because we do a pre-assessment of our files. So even if there is a little bit of delay, that's fine, but we are 90% of the times we are certain that an application submitted will come through the partnerships. There's no guarantees. We cannot give you guarantees. However, there could be other issues. There could be health issues or some other issues that might crop up. We cannot give you a guarantee, but we can be a certain level. We can be certain at a certain level we can kind of assess to see whether the application will come through or not. And if it's not going to come through and if the chances are less, we will be upfront and tell you about it, which we have done in the past as well. So hence, please talk to us. We've that if you're working with our team in India, we've got a licensed immigration advisor right now on board. Her name is Tulika Mehra. She's one of our fresh newbie licensed advisors. You must be seeing her coming live for the past few weeks. And we also have another one joining the baton very soon. That's Navya Sikka. She's also Delhi based and she's ex INZ. She's also due to get her license soon. So we are prepping our team. We are prepping our team with experienced people, with licensed people for a reason, because we see that I think nearly 60% of our students are married with spouses and children. I mean, basically married and having children or have a partner. So in that scenario, you need immigration advice. Anything apart from student visa process from overseas is requires to have immigration advice. And hence, I would recommend you to talk to an agency who has basically who has an advisor and who can also continue to provide you that support once you come to New Zealand. And that's what we are based here in New Zealand. We can continue to provide that support and see you through for the end goal that you are coming here for. Right, sounds good. So what I would so let's get started. So the first thing is that first thing in order, I will start. I'll just repeat what I said earlier. AJV students start with mentioning that you are an AJV client. And if you're non-AJV, please provide me your phone number so that I can give you that information. All those watching this streaming on YouTube, it'll be great if you can come onto Facebook. It's easier for us to connect from there. Sounds good. So let's get started. I've had my initial spiel. One more thing before I go ahead is there has been recent policy changes. I'm sure a lot of you are interested to know. Clearly, there's not been any policy changes for student visas or the skilled migrant category in terms of points or threshold. There's nothing to worry about it. Okay, there has been a policy change. However, one thing is the talent accredited work visa, their salary threshold. Second is essential skills, the entire work visa category except for post study work visas. And the third one is the ANSCO code. There has been some changes around that. There has been some clauses that have been changed. However, the good news is anybody working as a personal healthcare assistant here in New Zealand who takes care of personal care of people who are disabled or people with mental health issues or the aged can apply for a resident visa if they meet a certain salary threshold. And obviously, they have to be suitably qualified for that, and it has to be a full-time opportunity for them to qualify. So, if any of you watching here who are working as personal care assistant, it's good news for you. Please contact us. My email address is immigrationadvisor@hvglobal.com. Please send me an email, your job contract, your CV, your previous qualifications, and I will be able to assess and advise you on this. Great. So let's get started. I think there's some questions that are coming in. My team is on backup as usual. Yeah, the entire team is watching. These live sessions are also a great learning opportunity for my team. We they are spread across 3 countries. We are practically spread across 3 countries, so it's great for us. These live sessions act as a great training session. So think of us that we are a company that believe in Kaizen, continuous development, continuous learning, and it's a Japanese terminology. So and that is the reason you'll see our entire team watching this session, besides that also supporting me. So thank you so much, team. They're already there on standby, so let's get started with the questions. Great. So we've got Tarun Sharma, who's the first comment. He says hi Tarun, thank you so much for coming online. I hope you have posted your question somewhere further down. Right, I'm just gonna scroll and check. Okay, so we've got the first question from Mahatab Uddin, who says, "Hi, ma'am. I need to go to New Zealand for MBA and job both. Please help me how to get a visa." Ma'am, just give me your contact information. You have not given me your number, so please leave your number. I'll come back and answer your question. Thank you. Next is Mohit Sharma. Mohit Sharma says, hello. Please tell me how much pay rate required for accredited employer for PR after studying level 7 from Auckland. Okay, Mohit. Number one, you haven't left me your contact information. I'd like you to come back to your question and paste your phone number. Besides that, if you're already based here in contact me straight away on my number, is on 0800 696977, which translates basically 0800 my NZ PR, which is for, you guys are coming here for, right? Eventual goal is to get that permanent resident visa. So, Mohit, if you're here and do that, else, best is to come back and give me your number and then I can answer that question for you. Yeah, right. Next one is Mohammed Mustafa Buyan, who says, I'm from Bangladesh, want to migrate to New Zealand. I am graduated from National University in Bangladesh. Okay. Mohammed, I don't have your number. However, if you're interested to find visa, please email me your CV and of your spouse to immigrationadvisor@ajbglobal.com. Advise you pathways that are available. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Next, we have, okay, Mehtab has come back and given me his number. So I'm going to scroll back and answer to his question. Mehtab, yeah, so if you're looking at MBA, we do have a lot of options available. We do have 1.5 year MBAs, which are at private institutions and or at government polytechnics. Or we've got 2 years masters MBAs. Also, there are 1.5 year masters as well available at universities. However, we do this, the course counseling in a slightly different fashion. So we kind of would like to understand what your end goal is. A lot of times you might think that, what, MBA is the solution, but it is not. A lot of times MBA is not the solution. You might have to do something as a more core subject. Like, for example, I have seen people who want to get into marketing, but they say, what, I want to do MBA in marketing. But then an MBA in marketing may not be the appropriate program. Maybe you have to do a PG diploma in marketing, which specializes and has more papers in marketing, rather than which also specializes in other areas. So I think it's important for us to step back a little and see what you have done already and also what you are planning to do further, right? So our suggestion is with you, they will contact you after this live session. Please share your CV, and they will also, there are lots of other things to also take into factor. Universities, MBAs will expect you to have work experience. Also, the IELTS requirement is quite tough, because some of them would specify that you need to have reading and writing certain skills. So if you don't have that, it's going to be difficult. So talk to my team and they will give you the advice that is required, which will help you plan towards your goal. Because we think in some countries, especially like India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, we think, okay, the progression from a BCom or a BBA is only MBA. It's not necessarily. There are lots of other programs that you could specialize in based on what you're interested in. So yeah, so connect with my team, Mustafa, and they will, give you the best advice. They will also a lot of course counseling, those you watching it, a lot of times, please remember that course counseling also happens in conjunction with discussions with us, because we advisors are here in New Zealand. We, as I said, as a company, we invested in seeing you through with the entire process, right? It's not just, getting into some program and throwing you on a plane and not bothering about that. It's not about that. For us, we call ourselves migration services and education services companies because we want to see you through the entire process, the entire journey. So the real drama starts after you come here. So we don't want to send you into a program that does not have any proper outcomes. We are very, very careful about the course selection. And that is the reason our success rate with our students, basically finding jobs and progressing further, is very, very high, purely because of that. I mean, Immigration New Zealand itself, statistics shows that this was, I think, in 2018, the statistics was that only 19% of the international students progressed to a resident visa. However, we have a nearly 60% rate. That means we're doing something right for that process, that number to be so different. Okay, so talk to our team and they will help you with the best options. Okay. Thank you very much. Right. Next is Mohit Sharma. Mohit, I see that's a New Zealand number. Thank you very much. But why don't you give me a call tomorrow? It's a toll-free number. You can ring me between 9 to 5. I will help you out with your questions. Also, you already have an offer, you might as well send that to me, a job offer letter to immigrationadvisor@havglobal.com. I will assess and I will advise you further on that. Thank you. Next question, we have Naveen Kumar A. He says, how much package for IT to lodge PR? Thank you. And how many years PSW for level 7 in Christchurch? 2 questions. Okay. Naveen, it's funny that how you asked me 2 different questions. Okay. Uh, First of all, I need your number. Okay. I need you to give me your number and then I will come back and answer that question. And thanks for the smiley. Yeah. So just a second. Are you in touch with any of our team members already? Because I see Ruben giving a thumbs up. Um, okay, so yeah, Ruben, can you please confirm? Can you please confirm if Naveen is already working with us? Naveen, I'll have to come back and answer that question for you because I think Ruben is probably dreaming at the moment. He has not responded to me yet. Oh no, there's a bit of a delay. So yeah, so we'll have to just wait. So yeah, so he just confirmed to me that you're in touch with him. So great. So the package, okay, first of all, it's not PR, Naveen. It's first of all permanent residency is stage 2. First is resident visa. Okay, so you start with resident visa first, and you are in the country for 2 years, and after which you get permanent resident visa. So okay, don't get yourself confused with that. That's under the skilled migrant category. The salary has to be $52,000 or $25 an hour. Okay. Now, however, if you're taking alternate pathways, there are something called work to resident category as well, which is a talent accredited work category. If you're in that, the salary package is different. There was a salary package which was just recently revised. I think it was 79 something. I'm answering also somebody else who's asked the same question. But yeah, I think Mohit asked me this question. So it's 79,000. I'm sorry, I don't have that information straight away with me, but it is definitely 79,500 something. So it's higher. Okay, if you're applying under a different category. Now, please remember there's not only one pathway to get to your resident visa, there are 2 or 3 pathways. So at that point in time, based on what job you have, what salary you have, we will advise you which is the best one available. Okay, so what I would suggest is don't worry about the package right now. It could change 2 years later, it could be something else. Okay, so don't worry about it too much right now. Focus on coming into a good program. That is the most important aspect. Okay, now when it comes to the study work visa, you will actually get 2 years post study work visa. However, you will have to graduate by 2021 December. That is what the policy says. Yeah. So that means ideally you have to start, worst case, you have to start your course by February 2021 and finish. Okay. But then for some reason, if your course gets delayed and you're not able to finish the course, then you're stuck. So please plan in advance. If you've already started the process, brilliant. See you soon in Christchurch. But otherwise, I think you must, get it going. Just don't, kind of dilly-dally on a particular decision that you've made. I think that is another important thing. When people make plans, they kind of delay it for too long, and then the circumstantial changes and changes around their life becomes very, very difficult. Okay, so that's why I said, Naveen, get started if you already have not. Feb 2020 is still possible. If it's not possible, then at least the next closest intake will be July for you. Okay, so Ruben's one of our star. One is Mehtab then comes back and says, "Ma'am, I'm engineering okay, this is somebody else. Sorry." So Mehtab says, "I'm an engineering graduate." Okay, I'll wait for you to finish the next question. Please also give me your phone number with that. Right. So the next question is Maddie Cott, who says, "Hi, I am not an AJV client but AJV fan. I've already enrolled for PGIT and now thinking to convert to masters in information technology. I have already I have already AIP for PGDIT. I want to ask you, the process of getting the visa for masters is a straightforward or is it a long from the beginning?" Okay, Maddie, first of all, I'll be very, very honest with you. I remember a couple of sessions you asking us questions, and I remember personally, I have answered, Arun has also answered, but I'm just a bit surprised that you have not processed your applications through us, and I really wonder why. Okay, I'd really like to know if why you have not processed through us. If you want to have a one-on-one conversation and give me that feedback, that'd be great, or you can send me an inbox message. But having invested and answered so many of your questions already, I am wondering, if yes, you're an AJV fan, so why did you not work with us? I'm a bit puzzled. Okay, with regards to your question, I certainly see some problems there. Looks like you're not working with someone who can answer this question for you. That means you're not working with the right person, people. Okay, sorry. You're not working with the right agency, you're not working with the right advisors. So if somebody is not able to answer this for you, that means you're not working with the right people, or you are trying to, steer your boat around by yourself, yeah, without a life jacket. As simple as that, right? So, Maddie, if you're interested, you can still make that change, but you'll have to speak to us in person. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask one of my team leaders from India to connect with you. Yeah, because I see that you're based 9-7. So, you are probably, where are you located at the moment? Okay, I'll have to figure that out. Uh, so, I will have one of my team leaders from India connect with you and help you out. However, you will have to work with us for that. Okay. Only then I'll be able to assist you, because I think we have given you enough information in the past. And so I cannot give you free information anymore. You have to work with us. And if you want that advice, then you'll have to actually work with us. It's as simple as that. Okay. Thank you very much. And I'll wait to hear from you. Thanks. Right. Next question is Hiren Patel, who says, how many months INZ need to stay in India to make genuine relationships? Interesting. Very interesting question. What do you mean by how many months INZ needs to stay in India to make? Okay. First of all, Hiren, I think you're asking me about partnership, about when you can apply for a partnership visa. Um, you have not given me a number. I'd like you to share your details with us. And besides that, I don't think you're working with us. So it'll be, we would like to provide assistance, especially with partnership cases, on priority for AJV student partners, because again, partnership applications are a very, very complicated application process. It's straight simple, because I've seen a lot of people just applying with a marriage certificate, and that's not good enough, and they've seen visa declines. So I'm sorry, I would need you to first of all contact us. If you're interested to take our services, you can send me an email at immigrationadvice@ajbglobal.com, and we'll help you out for that. Okay, thank you. Next question we have is Anfaz Akram. I have completed the graduate diploma in management. Is it possible for me to follow masters? Interesting. Okay. So, Anfaz, are you already here in New Zealand? I'm not very sure. Also, I don't see that my team is in touch with you. So, can you please come back and give me a little more details? Are you already here in New Zealand? If you are, why don't you give me a call, 0800 696 between 9 to 5. Give me a call if you're already here and fast. If you are not, then I think you should send us an email, and first of all leave your number so that I can come back and give me some more details about yourself. Okay? Great. I'll come back and answer that if you do. Right. Thank you. Kimji Side Travels. Okay. Kimji Side Travel says, how are you? I am well, thank you very much. And how about you? Then we've got Shakti Vagela, who says, super. Thank you. I hope that I'm doing a good job, and that's why you said super. Yeah. Umara Razi says, can we apply for residence visa after any diploma course at New Zealand? Umara, can you please come back and give me your contact details? Only then I'll be able to answer your question. Thank you. Pina Zubair says, hi, madam. I am Susan. My age is 50 years. Is there any scope for me to study regarding health, and how much total expenses? Kindly answer. Susan, can you please come back and give me your phone number so that I can answer that for you? Thank you. Mehtab, you have not given me your phone number. So please, I will have to skip your question as well. Mohit Sharma says, thank you. I'm planning to visit AJV Hamilton next week on Thursday. If AJV have any office in Auckland, please send me location. I will visit tomorrow. Mohit, at the moment, we do not have an office in Auckland. Its plans are underway. But what we could do is we could start off with talking on the phone first. So give me a call. Otherwise, you're happy. I'm happy for you to walk into the office next week and we can catch up then. Thank you. Umara Razi, again, I see your comment, but no phone number. Please help. Naveen A. Naveen A. Question. Naveen, have you asked me a question? Let me just check. Give me a second, please. Right. Okay, right. Naveen, you're already here in New Zealand. Okay. And I have already answered that also for you. So I'm going to scroll through. Okay. Reply, it'll be good to say hello. Give me a call. Our number is 0800 696 Harjinder did different business course. Harjinder, I think it's time for you to first share your decline letter with us. Okay. What we have to analyze and see, why was there a decline? Was it because of your course? Was it because of your funds? Was it because you did not, kind of express your intentions clearly? Was it that you did not do well in your interview call? We don't know. We don't know the reasons. So Harjinder, I'd like to see an email from you, immigrationadvisor@jvglobal.com. Please send me the decline letter. I will assess and then advise further on this. Thank you. Okay. Just gonna quickly scroll and check if my team is leaving me some messages. Okay. Right. Okay. So we're doing well. There's just some casual chatter happening on the group. We are all right. Okay. We're half the way through the session. You're doing well, I guess. I hope. Okay. I'm just going to quickly take a break from Facebook and check if YouTube's got some action happening over there. So let's just quickly look at that. Okay, looks like my screen has decided to okay. Oh, it's pretty okay. Looks like there are quite a few questions. So let me go and start the questions on YouTube. Guys, whoever are on YouTube and have given me your numbers, I won't be able to answer those questions. Please either come back and give me your number or go to Facebook and add a new comment with your phone number. I'll be able to answer that then. Okay. Great. Sorry. Abhishek G starts off with AJV member. Ma'am, please reply. Okay. I have not been able to see your question, Abhishek. Just give me a second, please. Let me quickly scroll to that. Okay, Abhishek, I can't see your question. Team, can you please paste Abhishek's question here? I can't really see that. Okay, let's see. Oh, it gives me an option to pop out the chat. So just give me a second. Let me check what it says. YouTube, it's just loading. Give me a few seconds, guys. Okay. So it's taking a bit of time. Right. Okay. First one is Naveen Kumar. I've already answered that. I think he came onto Facebook and then got that answered. Then we've got Vivek Patel, who says, does immigration accept the loan sanction from the property of my uncle? Okay, Vivek, I will be able to answer that if you're able to give me your contact details. Thank you. First name. Somebody's got a profile saying first name. Great. So I'll call you first name only. So first name says, hello, ma'am, I'm from Nepal. And that's about it. You'll have to finish your sentence, mate. Okay. So then again, first name comes back and says, I have completed my 10+2 studies from management in 2008 and have done IELTS with an overall band of 6 with no band less than 5 in writing. Can I apply for a student visa? Will there be any visa if you apply? Okay. first name, can you please give me your phone number also and your first name so that I can answer that question to you? Yes, I will need to answer that. Thank you. Linju Francis I'm Liju Francis says I'm a AJV client working with Ruben. I want to ask, after applying for my student visa, will there be any visa interview call? Ruben, can you answer that for Liju, please? Can you pick up the phone right now and answer? I don't know why Liju is asking this question when she's already in touch with you, or he is in touch with you. Sorry. Anyways, jokes apart, what like I would suggest. I'm not sure why that question has not been answered by Ruben, but I'll still answer that. Yes, you can expect an interview call, and the team will train you for that interview call. It's very, very important. If that's not happened yet, that means you're still in the process of working on your application. So get in touch with Ruben. Yes, you will have an interview call, and we train. I think we have 2 to 3 rounds with every student just to ensure that you're on top of all the answers, because sometimes they're very, very vague questions also asked and you are not prepared for it. But overall, stay on top of your course information. Sometimes they'll ask you details of the fees. They will ask you how many papers you're doing, what are the courses. So they want to see whether you're a genuine student. And guys, remember one thing: INZ is so busy at the moment. And if you kind of quickly kind of not give answers, and if you're not sure and you think a lot, they won't take few minutes to decide on your application and decline it, because they're already so busy. They will not give you a benefit of doubt. So please be on top of things. Also be prepared. You might get a call anytime during the day. I have seen students getting a call from 7 in the morning. And sometimes applications also are processed here in New Zealand. So you might get a call quite early in the morning as well. So yeah, actually applications are now being processed only in Mumbai for all student visas for most countries. But if you belong to the not the Indian subcontinent or Nepal and the neighboring countries, some of the applications from South America and South America, Africa, Brazil are still coming to New Zealand here. And this is being processed in the Palmerston office. So you will have, sorry, the Henderson office. So you will have to be prepared for a call anytime during the day. So just be cautious of that, okay? Right. So yeah, I'm sure Ruben will call you, and yeah, and Ruben just confirmed that he's called you. Okay. Next question, Abhishek says, my wife got offer from NMIT in Masters, Applied Management. After completing the course, can she work in digital marketing? She has 8 years of experience. Any impact for resident visa PR in particular? Okay. So Abhishek, if your wife has to work in digital marketing, the simple, what do you say, way to work it out is that she will have to be suitably qualified for that. Okay, it's not necessary that it has to be a course that she studied in New Zealand, but she needs to have a background of work or study in that area. So as a digital marketing professional, I understand that you have to do certain certifications. You have to have the basics and fundamentals of marketing that you would have learned at some part stage of your life. If you have many years of experience under your kitty, that's a in your kitty, that's a good thing. However, you will need to have a related bachelor's degree or a diploma. Okay, so you will need to be cautious about that. So if she is not qualified, then we will have to use a different approach. So the best thing to do is to speak to us and discuss this with us um, whenever you are ready, whenever she finds a job and she's ready. Okay, so that's what it is. Great. Moving on, we've got the next question from Hopeful. He says, do you have an office in Pakistan? Hopeful, we don't have an office in Pakistan. Yeah, at the moment, our team based in India is processing and assisting students, and we've got a lot of students already in Pakistan. So they basically help assist. So if you have any problems, any concerns, you can also work with us here based in New Zealand, but we don't have an agency or an advisor in Pakistan. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's switch to Facebook. Back to Sway Facebook, because We have done with the questions on YouTube. So I'm just going to take a quick sip of water. Okay. So I just got a quick ping from Arun, who's also watching this live session, and he says that if there is anybody interested to have a franchisee in Pakistan, because we get a lot of interest from Pakistan, and so this is an open announcement for all those who are interested to have a franchise in Pakistan. You could probably approach us. We'll be happy to consider your proposal and we'll get back. So the email address that you have to send it to is info@ajvglobal.com. Send us a good proposal. Let us know about what your background is. Tell us a bit about yourself and how do you intend to work with us as your franchisee. So just send us an email to info@ajvglobal.com addressing Arun Jacob. In the title regarding the franchisee inquiry, and then we get back to you. Yeah, great. Thank you. Right. So next question we've got on Facebook. Okay. Uh, Correction, please send it to director@ajvglobal.com. Director, DIRECTOR @ajvglobal.com and not info@ajvglobal.com. Thank you. You can send it to the other one as well, but then this goes straight to the office of the director, so it'll be addressed faster. Thank you, and not get lost in the thousands of emails that we get every day on info. Yeah, thanks. Okay. Next question. Okay, I think there's some buildup of questions on Facebook, so let's address that. Oh, this seems to be quite a bit of new inquiries and new leads, new people who have joined in. Great. Thank you so much, guys, for taking the effort of coming online today. I hope I'll be able to cover all of them. We've got 20 more. I just hope that, guys, if you all want your questions to be answered quickly, please give me the number before I ask you. Please leave your number along with your questions. Yeah. Harjinder Gill says, okay, Harjinder, I told you already that you. So Harjinder says that you've done LLB in India. After that, I'm applying. Okay, Harjinder, you must. And you seem to have given me a New Zealand number. So if you're based here in New Zealand and you're applying from here, please give me a call directly. It's 0800 696 Give me a call and we will discuss this, the both of you, and we'll see how to work that out for you. Okay. Thank you. Next question we have Shrestha Ayub, who says, I've got two questions. That's all right. From the third question, I will send you a bill. Okay. Okay. Right. Shrestha, I also see that you have not left your phone number. Yeah, but let me just scroll down to see if you have. Okay, Shrestha. Okay. Right. Shrestha, I have, I don't seem to have your number. Can you please come back and, or are you in touch with any one of my team members? Just give me a second. Okay. Yeah, Shrestha, you're already talking to one of my team members, Sajita, so I'll go ahead and answer that for you. Right. So, you say I just completed my bachelor in social work. So, which will be the best 1 year diploma? I can't afford 2 years master's degree. That's okay. I am interested in childcare, but I don't know what if I have a chance in childcare because I have background of social work and bachelor's. Okay, interesting. Shrestha, in the past, I've seen that social work is closely related to certain areas. Okay, social work. So you can branch out into various areas. You can be a community worker, because I have some students who have studied um, uh, who has studied the diploma in support, yeah, health and support. So you could possibly get into that, because I have seen some of my students who, basically, there was one girl who came for physiotherapy and then she branched out, she did something in health and support, and then she moved into becoming a community support worker. Now this community support worker is someone who basically plans the support for someone who needs support, basically. Okay, then usually there are people from all, age levels. They're not just one level or in one category of age. So you could possibly look at that. You could possibly look at graduate diploma in addiction studies, because addiction problem is there predominantly from an early age here in New Zealand, with a lot of kids as well. So schools are very active to kind of reach out, to talk about addiction, to talk about how, drugs can ruin future and stuff like that. So you could possibly look at that as an area. Or you could possibly um, uh, get into so child care is, I'm not very sure if you're talking about early childhood education, but if it's early childhood education, then you will have to do a teaching and learning program, which will be a 2-year program and not a 1-year program. So if mm so yeah, so that will be a bit of a problem there. But then we do have 1-year programs that are related to social work, and we will be able to advise you on that. Okay, so yeah, so talk to Sajita and ask her to advise you about specifically about the related areas. I'm sure. And also, Sajita, please connect with me, and Sajita will talk to me or any other licensed advisor on the team and help you with a good course. Okay, so don't worry, I will have the team, Shrestha, to I will have your advisor to come up with the right program for you. Sorry, guys, I'm a bit distracted because it's the sunset. It's 8:15 over here, but I can just see a very very beautiful view of the sunset, and I just want to flip the camera and show you guys quickly that. I don't know how much it will capture, but let's try. Okay, so that's, you can see that's, I'm not really sure if you can see, is the beautiful, I can see the beautiful, I think it's crimson color. And that's the sunset. It's 8:15 here at night. And I just hope you were able to see that, but I got distracted looking at that, so I'm sorry for a second. Okay, let's go back and finish the session. And probably, I've got my cameraman on standby. He's taking an amazing picture for the post, so he's gonna post that after that. Okay, right. Next question, we've got Umara, who's added some further questions. Umara Razi says, I'm 39, done MPhil in management science other than PhD. What study options do I have? Umara, again, I don't have your number. I will need you to give me, your number. Without that, I won't be able to answer. I'm sorry about that. Okay. So just give me a second. Yeah, so I won't be able to answer that question for you. Thank you. Right. Next is Harjinder. Harjinder, I've already, kind of answered that question for you. So I'm just gonna forget that. Bina Zubair, you have given me a number. Thank you very, very much. So you want to study um, a course in health? Yes, age is not a criteria if that's what you're worried about. Nothing to worry about. My team, I think you're already in touch with, let's see who. You're already in touch with Nisha. She's one of our good, expert counselors, advisors. Talk to Susan, talk to Nisha. She will advise you. We do have 1-year health related programs. As I just said earlier in the session, healthcare assistants are now, in the highest skilled, as long as you get a salary of $25 an hour, minimum 30 hours per week. So there's a clear progression for nurses who are unable to work as a registered nurse in New Zealand. You could get into that area of as a personal care assistant. Please pursue it. Yes, age is a bit on your disadvantage, but if you're able to find a job outside Auckland, I think you should be all right, as long as it pays the salary threshold. Yeah, so just stay in touch with Nisha, and she will give you the options that are suitable for you. Thank you. And okay, next is, okay, we've got Kevin Alexander Roche. That's a nice name. So Kevin says, AJV client here. Neha is my study advisor. Kevin, thank you very much. And Great that you're working with AJV, and you have followed instructions, so you will do extremely well in New Zealand. Trust me, people who are organized and listen to instructions do extremely well in New Zealand. And I like the way you started off the comment. I'm sure you'll do well, don't worry. Right. So you say 6 years UAE business development executive, insurance company holding New Zealand insurance qualification. That's great. But pursuing a master's in business, is it advisable to find a job related to business, sales, marketing, or find a job in insurance company in New Zealand? Would that be relevant in claiming points SMC for having a job related to what I've studied? Um, Right. So, Kevin, if you're already here in New Zealand and you're pursuing a Master of Business, we are a phone call away. Okay. The rule for all students who are already here in New Zealand is only one simple thing, is that whenever you have a job, flick that through to us and we will tell you where you need to be. Don't try and pick your specialization area at the moment. Once you finish your course, go all out and apply for all the roles that you are suitable according to their job description. And sometimes it's not necessary that it is at a $25 salary. You might start off at 20 or 22, but you need to get the foot through the door. That's more important. Okay, so talk to us when you find that job. And again, guys, you're just a phone call away, Kevin. So give me a call and we will discuss that with you. Okay. Thank you. I have completed, okay, so we've got Sakib Naveed who says, I've completed BSIT. Can I join MS program? Sakib, you have not given me a number, but I can see the answer is yes. You can do a master's. Please share your contact information. We'll answer that for you. Thank you. Liju, we've already answered that. And I think Maricourt, okay. You say that you have contacted us after lodging your application. So about that. But if you are interested, even now you can work with us purely because now you're considering a different program. So you could possibly connect with us and speak to, Jagrati, who you're in touch with. Yeah. Thank you. Umara, I'll go back and answer your question. Thanks for giving your number. So Umara says, I'm 39, MPhil in management science. Other than PhD, what options can I have? Umara, I'll tell you one of the best options that you could do is to do a master's of management by research. Okay. It's a brilliant program, but it's a very intensive program. I have one or two students studying this at Toyomai, which is an hour and a half from Hamilton and Rotorua. So they've got this amazing Master of Management by Research program, which allows you also to work full time while you're studying. So that's the beauty of it. So it's like basically you're working full time and studying full time. But I have seen that it's great for people who already have that kind of understanding of research. It's a very demanding program, I must warn you. However, if you already have the research expertise, that's the program to look at. So whenever you're connecting with any of our advisors, please talk to them specifically of the Masters by Research program in management, which is available at Toyomai. So my team will be able to advise you on that. Yeah. Thank you. Right. Okay. So, Kevin, Neha tells me that you are still in India. So that's great. Just connect with Neha and she'll be able to answer the rest of the questions. I'll be happy to answer that. Okay, Abhishek, I see that you are also working with us. So I've answered your question as well. Okay. Any other questions that I've missed? Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, I think we're kind of doing all right, and we've got about 10 minutes, so let's scroll through the rest of the questions. Okay, so we've got Suneeth Kazim. I think KZM is Kazim. I'm not sure, Kazim or whatever. Must be just Suneeth. Suneeth, I'll just say Suneeth, okay? I don't know what KZM means. But you're saying self-sponsoring is possible. My primary sponsor does not have much fund. I have enough fund in the account. Okay. Suneet, your question is very vague and incomplete. Please come back and answer that question for me. Thank you. Kevin says, what questions do they normally ask in the interview call? Kevin, my team members will train you on that because it's very specific per person. We go through the profile and we train you accordingly. Yes, they will ask you questions around your course, around the fees, around the college, around your background, around your work experience, around your family, all that blah blah blah. But if there are any complications in your case, they will ask you about that as well. Prior immigration history, um, if you're changing stream, why, what are your future plans about your marriage, a lot of things if you're married. So yeah, if you're secretly married also, they might know. Yes, just be truthful to immigration New Zealand no matter what. Yeah, thank you, Kevin. My team will help you with the rest of the questions, don't worry. Okay, next question. Okay, Abhishek G comes back and says, I'm an AJV member. My wife got offered through an MIT Masters in Applied Management after completion of the course. Sorry, I just answered that in the Facebook bit. Sorry, YouTube bit. Sorry, I'm going to quickly skip that. Yes says, Hi Mary, I'm AJV student. I'm coming to New Zealand 19th this month. Brilliant. See you soon. My spouse visa hasn't been processed yet for 3 months. INZ has fastened their visa process on time. What is the maximum time it can take to process the application? Yes, at the moment they're taking about 6 months. If you filed before 3 months, that means you would have filed prior to September. If you filed prior to September, that means still sitting in Mumbai and it will take 3 more months. So just be prepared for that. Applications from September 1st have been sent to Hamilton, hence the processing timelines faster for those. Yeah, but all those who were processed before that, were lodged before that, are still with Mumbai and they will process it. So it might take another 3 months. So just be prepared for that. Thank you. Sadiq Ahmed, I have been to New Zealand on a student visa. Sadiq, sorry. Didn't complete my studies, came back. Is that possible to get student visa again to complete my course? We will have to examine what exactly happened, Siddiq, but why don't you leave us your number? My team will connect with you and answer that for you, okay? Because I think we need to find out what those problems are. You have, I see that you came back. We need to know the reasons. If there is proper reasoning and documentation, then we may be able to, but otherwise without that, I can't answer this on this forum. It's a very specific question. So give us your number, and if you want advice, my team will be able to help you. Please leave us your number. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Ethan Hunt. Okay. He says, Hi, ma'am. How are you? My name is Sagar Negi. Wow, you've got a fancy Facebook profile name, Sagar. Very impressive. Okay, thanks for your contact number. You said, please answer my queries as I've asked you in YouTube. Oh, so you're the first name guy on YouTube. Now I see. You've got so many names, man. Okay, so I'm just going to go back and answer your question on YouTube. Right, so you have said. Yes, my team has just confirmed that your wife's application was lodged in August. Of course, then it is being processed in the Mumbai office. Yeah. So we will have to wait for that to come through. Yep. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly scroll. Yeah. So you say you completed 12th class from management, have done IELTS with overall 6 and no band less than 5 in writing. Can I apply for student visa? Will there be a visa I will apply for? Yes. So Sagar, yes, there is a possibility, but you might have to do an English language program along with that. It is going to be more expensive. However, if you're struggling to meet the English score, probably that is the way to it. So, and because reading and writing, you need to have a minimum 5.5 for a diploma level 5, level 6. There are some courses that might accept you with just 5 in writing, but it's a case to case basis depending on what course you're applying for. So when my team reaches out to you, please provide the details and they'll be able to help. Yeah. Okay. Lijo Francis has come back with another question. Says, regarding accommodation, does the university give paid accommodation for 2 weeks so that I can look? Wow. So you want free accommodation? That's what you're saying. Okay. Universities are not going to do that, okay? Because there are only certain schools that actually do offer free accommodation, okay? So unfortunately, you will have to find your own accommodation, the temporary. In fact, please don't do a mistake of thinking that the university will only charge you for, of 2 weeks or 3 weeks if you're ever looking at signing up with the university accommodation. Because I've seen some students mistaking, saying that, oh, you know what, I just want for 2 weeks and then I'll withdraw. No, you have to be there for an entire term. Okay, that's the commitment you make to the university if you're going to take the university accommodation. Okay, so Waikato, you're going to come to Hamilton, Liju, should not be a problem. We've got a good network of students. We'll be able to help you. First of all, find a temporary accommodation. Our onshore support person, Anjana, is also a Waikato Uni student. So she will help you find, she will give you some ideas as to where to find temporary accommodation. And then after those 2 weeks, there will be networking opportunity within the university and with AJV students, where you'll be able to find a more permanent accommodation. Okay, so nothing to worry really. Yeah, so you're coming to Hamilton. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Okay, so we're almost at the end of the questions and almost at the end of the session as well. So last question I see is Suraj, who says how to get a job in retail sector. I have experience. Suraj, you cannot find jobs directly in New Zealand unless and until an employer is willing to, sponsor and go that length. It's difficult for employers to hire people from overseas because of various challenges of not being able to verify backgrounds. Besides that, immigration New Zealand has a lot of requirement if they hire people from overseas. Hence, it is going to be tough. Okay, so best thing is to look at alternate pathways, but please send us an email to immigrationadvice@hvglobal.com and we will be able to assess and advise. Thank you. Okay, quickly checking if YouTube has some questions for us. Okay, lovely person. Somebody called lovely person. Guys have very interesting profile names. Okay, it says, I would like to do part-time MBA in University of Auckland, my number. Okay, lovely person. Thank you very much for giving your number. I see that you are based here in New Zealand. Please give me a call on 0800 696977. Because if you are looking at studying part-time, it's a bit challenging because you won't be issued a student visa if you want to study part-time. So we will need to assess to see what visa you are on to suggest whether you can study part-time or not. Okay, so please give me a call. Thank you. Rajat Mehta. Hi, Mary. Rajat here. Hi, Rajat. Raj. Thank you so much for coming online and watching the session. Tanveer Sheikh says, what is better for construction management, masters, Auckland or Christchurch? Interesting. It really depends on the papers, number one. But however, I have seen students doing construction both in Christchurch and Auckland doing extremely well, because these are the two cities that have a lot of construction happening. But it honestly doesn't, matter, because if you study in Auckland but you got a job in Christchurch, how does it matter? Okay, so it doesn't really matter, Tanveer. I think at the end of the day, it's about your feasibility, about your eligibility that you might want to decide. Yeah, it's going to be slightly cheaper to study in Christchurch and live in Christchurch, just the teeny bit. But otherwise, I don't see any major difference in outcomes. Okay, great. Okay, we're almost to the end of it. Let me see if we've got some. Okay. Sagar back and says, will previous Australian students refusal affect the process for NZ? How do we show the previous refusal to immigration? Okay, Sagar is our headache. Okay, you need to just give us the decline letter. When you give us that, we will assess to see whether interest, because if it is a decline because of documentation, trust me, it's nearly impossible to win it. But if it's anything else, we will have to have a good advocacy, a good cover letter put in, and that's when we can win it. So we are very, very good with winning, declined visa applications. I think we've got a very, very high success conversion rate in that. Um, so yeah, so talk to us, and when one of our team members reaches out to you, please share your decline letter as well for us to assess before we get started. We don't want to commit to something we won't be able to deal with in the future. Yeah, we're very clear about that. So Sagar, all the best. Connect with my team and they will be able to help you. Right, so we're almost past time up. I don't have the fancy, everyone has, but my team has already told me that it's time up. Before we wrap up, I'll just finish off with giving phone numbers. If you're contacting us in New Zealand, from within New Zealand, you can contact us on our toll free number, which is 0800 696977, which is 0800 MyNZPR. If you're calling from within India and you'd like to reach us, it's 1-800-103-6525. Okay. And if you're calling from any other part of the world, you can call us on our mobile number. Only phone, please don't WhatsApp. It's really really painful to stay on top of WhatsApp messages, and it's very very intrusive. So please don't contact on WhatsApp. It's but the number is +64 22 605 2615. Email addresses from India and neighboring countries, please, you can email us at info@ajvglobal.com. However, if you're looking at advice related to immigration, then any immigration pathways or anything, you can send your CVs for assessment to immigration advisor at ajvglobal.com. Great, thank you so much, and it was an amazing session. I didn't have a session last week. I was super energetic, super pumped, and I got this opportunity to do this at short notice, but I was prepared. Luckily, I was in the office today till a bit late, and I'm glad I did this. Thank you so much for all for watching. Like and share. Please tell your friends, and we hope to see more and more students come through AJV. Um, Purely because we are friendly and frank and we give the right advice, because please do not come here through agencies who do not know the right pathways, the right courses. They know nothing about New Zealand. However, they only believe in pumping students, putting them on the plane and making their money. We don't believe in that. So work with the right agency from the beginning, and don't say, hey, you know what, I've started, doesn't matter, I'll go to New Zealand and then work with them. It's very difficult for us to pick off a case halfway, and then it's easier for us to work with you from the beginning. You go to a family doctor just because that person knows your case. It's just like that. Working with us from the beginning is easier, because then there's no thing about oh, I came into the wrong program and I didn't have a pathway. Then the pathway is very very clear for our AJV students, and I think our AJV students also come with the confidence that we are there to support them. Yeah, so choose AJV, be smart, be wise. Okay, thank you very much. Good night. Ka kite ano. Takes a while to. Yeah. It's still loading. Nah, it's stuck. Just give me a second. It's still going on.